Call First Republic at 718-380-0006 and eliminate the middleman.
And at this point, I get to speak with our loan officer from First Republic Mortgage Bankers. His name is Mr. Eddie Albert. Eddie, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Mona Lee. How are you?
Very, very good. Very, very, very good this afternoon. And we're not only here alone. We have a true success story on the line with us. And her name is Pauline. Let me say hello to Pauline. Pauline, how are you?
Good. Hi, Mona. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Pauline. How are you?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear you.
I have a bit of sore throat today, but I'm doing fine.
Okay. We won't tie you up too long, Pauline. We know you went to First Republic Mortgage Bankers and did a transaction. Pauline, can you tell us about it, how it went?
Yes, I did a refinance with First Republic. I dealt with Eddie and Mike, who did superb job working with me. There were some bumps along the way, which, we had to work out, but they were just so great. The service was fantastic. I did cashed out. I got an FHA mortgage with a very low rate, very affordable compared to what I had before.
Yes.
And I did a cash out. I was able to pay for my second property in another state, and now have a very affordable mortgage, which is very comfortable for my family at this time.
That is simply marvelous, Pauline. And may I ask, Pauline, how did you hear about First Republic Mortgage Bankers and Eddie?
I actually have been listening to Link Up for a couple of years, and eventually I decided to send an email, which Eddie picked up and responded to me, and then we just went from there.
Oh, that sounds great. Eddie, chime in here.
Pauline was great, Mona Lee. Pauline was in a unique situation, like many of us today. Her credit wasn't that good, and she had two houses, but she had two homes in separate states.
Yes.
Which is a good thing to have homes, but the interest rates that she was being charged on both of those loans were very high. So what we were able to do is we worked with her for a little while to increase the scores, and she was great. She did everything she was supposed to do.
Yes.
And that's what it takes. So we lifted those scores to a good rate so we could get her to a good FICO score so we could give her great rates. And then we said, let's put the debt on the primary residence and get the lowest possible interest rate. So we were able to bind two loans.
Yes.
Two mortgages, two homes into one low fixed rate FHA loan and save her several $100s a month and put her into a fixed rate. And we accomplished not only saving her a lot of money, and getting her into a fixed rate, and also now she only makes one affordable payment each month. So it really worked out great for Pauline.
Yes.
Sounds like it sounds really, really good, Pauline. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes, and I'm very happy. Like I said, I am saving a significant amount, actually tucking away that, in hope that maybe another year or two can head towards the purchase of my third property.
Of course, that's the idea, looking forward to more, and you're now saving, so that's a grand thing.
Definitely return to First Republic. They were, like I said, superb service. Mike was fantastic, in doing most of the groundwork with us, and then, dealing with Eddie.
That was wonderful. Eddie, this is a great story.
Yeah, it really was. And there's a lot of folks, there's a lot of Paulines out there that need to take note. This woman was able to accomplish. She not only bought one house, she bought two houses, and she's only got one payment. And now, in the future, in the very near future, I'm sure, knowing Pauline, she's going to be back to us with a third home.
Yes.
So it can be done. People have to understand that it can be done. And Pauline, any tips for the listeners out there?
Yeah, sure. I procrastinated, which wasn't a good thing, even though it worked out to be good in the end. But I encourage everyone to make the call and, just check and see what's happening, what can be done for you. Sometimes you think it's bad. It's not as bad as it seems, because I procrastinated because I felt that I could not be helped. And to my surprise, it worked out very good. I should have done this a year or two ago. So I urge you all to just make the call and see, what your situation is, and try to help yourself, because every dollar counts. And if you can save even $100 per month, it's worth it.
Absolutely. Oh, Pauline, this is great. I want to thank you so much for being on with us this afternoon. Sore throat and all, you gave us a good story.
Yeah, okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you, Pauline.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Thank you. There you have it. Another true success story brought to you by First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Pauline is her name, and she not only was able to, she consolidated 2 loans into one, took some cash out, paying a low rate, and saving some money. All great, great, great thing. And it happened via First Republic Mortgage Bankers loan officer Eddie, who's right here in studio with me, where you can call and speak with Eddie. He's here, 718-652-6200. Anything more you want to add, Eddie?
Pauline was a perfect example of somebody that needed to be coached. I had done a lot of coaching prior to becoming a loan officer. I used to coach at various colleges and various high schools throughout the state, throughout the country. But some people, like athletes, they need to be coached.
Yes.
They need to be told what they can do and what they can't do. And if you give them a path, like Pauline, we said do A, B, C, and D, and E, and we will lift your scores. And you know what?
She did, and
she did it.
Yes.
She lifted the scores, and now she's in a tremendous, and she's not saving $100, she's saving $521 a month. Plus, she's only has one mortgage. So getting back to her, she worked with us, and that's what people need to do. If you're out there and you're listening to the show today, and you think you can't be helped, it would behoove everyone listening today to make the phone call and say, you know what, maybe I can be the next Pauline. And there's no reason why you can't. It's really simple if you have a plan. And you know what, maybe you'll call in and I'll tell you, listen, you need to do A, B, and C before we can help you. And that might be
just what you have to do.
That's what you have to do.
They need to make the phone call.
You got to make the phone call and find out what A, B, and C is.
Absolutely. The number to call, ladies and gentlemen, is 718-652-6200. 718-652-6200. Make the call now. Eddie and I are going to head out. We're going to get those phone calls, and we're going to tell you what A, B, C, D, and E will be for you. And it will differ for each one because we're all different. We've got our own scenarios, but you need to make the phone call. The one thing everyone who wants information has to do is to make the call to 718-652-6200, and we'll handle it. Mr. Eddie Albert, he's here in studio. We're going to take your phone calls and help you right now. 718-652-6200. Eddie, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We'll do this again.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed mortgage banker, direct lender in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Delaware, Maryland, Georgia, South Carolina, headquartered at 110 Jericho Turnpike, Floral Park, New York.